All right, so you want to be a drain technician.
Yeah.
We're going to get you ready for that interview.
You bet.
You sent over some really interesting stuff.
Yeah.
A career guide, an interview guide,
Yeah.
and some info about this AI platform, RoleCatcher.
Yeah, this is going to be fun.
It's like we've got a cheat sheet for this whole career.
Exactly.
And today we're going to deep dive into these sources and use them to totally nail that interview.
What I find so interesting about this is, they go beyond just the basics. We're going to look at what the job really entails.
Okay.
Like day-to-day, to some of the surprising tech they use.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we're going to go deep on those interview questions and give you the edge to stand out.
I am intrigued. I have to admit, when I think drain technicians, I picture like plunging toilets.
Sure.
But the guide kind of paints a much broader picture.
Absolutely.
What is it really about?
It is. It's really thinking about, that intricate network of pipes beneath our feet.
Oh, yeah.
This kind of hidden world that keeps everything flowing.
Right.
Drain technicians are the guardians of that system.
And they use, serious problem-solving skills.
Right.
And increasingly sophisticated technology to do it.
The guide even mentioned robots and drones.
Oh, yeah?
That's a far cry from a plunger.
It is. So robots are used for inspecting those hard-to-reach pipes.
Oh, cool.
You can get a detailed view without, digging everything up.
Right.
And drones are revolutionizing site surveys.
Okay.
They can do these quick and efficient aerial assessments of drainage systems.
So it's a blend of practical skills and high technology.
It is.
Wow.
And, infrastructure is constantly aging.
Right.
New technologies are emerging.
Yeah.
The demand for skilled drain technicians is on the rise.
That's a good thing.
It is. It translates to job security and a good career outlook.
That's reassuring to hear, but let's get real.
Okay.
What are some of the downsides?
Well, this is not a job for the faint of heart.
Okay.
It's physically demanding. It often requires you to work in confined spaces.
Right.
You're dealing with, shall we say, unpleasant substances.
Long hours, emergency calls are also part of the package.
So it's not all robots and drones.
No.
There's some grit involved.
Exactly. But for those who are up to the challenge, it can be a pretty rewarding career.
Sure.
That satisfaction of solving complex problems,
Right.
keeping things flowing smoothly. It's a big motivator for a lot of drain technicians.
The guide also mentioned different career stages.
Right.
Entry level to senior technician.
Yep. We'll dive deeper into those later.
Okay.
But first, I think we should focus on what brought us here.
Right.
Acing that interview.
Yeah.
So we've got this great selection of sample interview questions to work with.
Okay.
And let's just start with a classic. Tell me about yourself.
It sounds simple,
Yeah,
but I feel like this is where first impressions are made.
absolutely. This is your chance to really showcase your passion for the field, highlight relevant experience, and give them a glimpse of your personality.
Okay.
You're not just reciting your resume.
Right.
You're telling your story.
So what's a good approach?
Yeah.
Do I go chronological focus on specific skills?
Yeah.
Or is there like a secret formula?
Yeah, think of it as a mini elevator pitch.
Okay.
Start with a hook, something that grabs their attention, highlights your unique strengths.
Right.
Then you briefly touch on your relevant experience, emphasizing those hands-on skills,
Yeah.
problem-solving abilities. And finally, you connect your passion for drainage technology
Yeah.
to their company's specific needs.
Show them you've done your research.
Exactly. And this is where RoleCatcher's AI can really be a game changer.
Oh, real?
It analyzes the job description and suggests keywords and phrases to incorporate into your answer.
Cool.
So it ensures that your response aligns perfectly with their expectations.
So it's like having a personal coach,
Yeah,
whispering in your ear, telling you what to say.
it is. And the best part is you can practice your answers
Oh, wow.
and get instant feedback from the AI,
Nice.
help you refine your delivery and build confidence.
It's like having a mock interview in my pocket.
Pretty much.
I love that. Okay, let's move on to another common question.
Okay.
Why are you interested in this position?
Yeah, this question is all about showing them that you've thought beyond the paycheck.
Oh, okay.
You're demonstrating a genuine interest in their company
Right.
and connecting your skills and aspirations to their specific needs.
So how do we make it personal without sounding rehearsed?
Do your research.
Okay.
What projects have they worked on?
Right?
What are their values? How does their mission resonate with your own career goals?
Okay.
You weave these insights into your answer.
So instead of saying, I need a job,
Right.
I could say, I'm excited about your company's commitment to sustainable drainage solutions, and I believe my experience in green drain technology can help you achieve those goals.
Perfect. You've connected your skills to their needs
Right.
and shown that you're aligned with their values.
Got it.
It's a win-win.
Okay. I'm starting to feel more confident already, but there's one that always makes me nervous.
Yeah.
What are your greatest strengths?
I know this one can feel like a bragging session,
Yeah.
but it's really an opportunity to highlight those qualities that make you a valuable asset to their team.
So how do we strike that balance between confidence and humility?
Focus on strengths that are directly relevant to the job.
Yeah.
Are you a problem-solving whiz?
Uh-huh.
Do you have a knack for troubleshooting complex systems?
Right.
Are you meticulous with a keen eye for detail?
Okay.
Choose 2 or 3 strengths that align with their needs
Yeah.
and back them up with concrete examples.
So instead of just saying, I'm a hard worker,
Yeah.
I could say I'm a highly motivated and results-oriented individual with a proven track record of successfully diagnosing and repairing complex drainage issues.
Exactly. You've not only stated your strength, but you've provided evidence to support it.
Nice.
And again, RoleCatcher can help you tailor your answer
How so?
by suggesting keywords from the job description that emphasize those sought-after skills.
Just like having a personal resume writer and interview coach all rolled into one.
It is. It's all about giving you the edge you need to stand out in a competitive job market.
Okay.
Now let's move on to a question that often trips people out.
Yeah.
What is your greatest weakness?
This one always feels like a trap.
I know it can feel that way,
Yeah.
but it's really an opportunity to demonstrate self-awareness and a commitment to growth.
Okay.
The key is to choose a weakness that is not fatal to the job
Right.
and frame it in a positive light.
So what's a good example of that?
Okay. Let's say you're someone who gets hyper-focused on the technical aspects of the job
Right.
and sometimes forgets to check in with your team.
Right.
You could frame it as, I sometimes get so absorbed in solving a problem that I need to be more mindful of communicating my progress to the team.
Okay.
Then you follow up with how you're actively working to improve.
Oh, okay.
I'm now implementing a system of regular check-ins to ensure everyone is on the same page.
So it's about acknowledging a growth area,
Uh-huh.
showing that you're proactively taking steps to address it.
Exactly. It shows that you're self-aware,
Right.
accountable, and committed to continuous improvement.
Okay, this is all great advice.
Yeah.
I'm feeling much more prepared to tackle those tricky interview questions.
Yeah.
But before we move on to the next batch,
Yeah.
I'd love to get a little more insight into the career progression of a drain technician.
Sure.
The guide mentioned different stages,
Right.
and I'm curious to learn more about how those responsibilities actually evolve.
Great question. So the career guide outlines 3 key stages:
Okay.
entry-level junior and senior drain technician.
Okay.
Each stage represents a significant step up in terms of responsibility, expertise, and leadership.
So it's not just doing more of the same thing.
No.
It's about taking on new challenges,
Exactly.
expanding your skill set.
As you progress, you'll move from assisting with basic tasks to leading teams, overseeing complex systems, and
Right.
collaborating with engineers and project managers.
Wow.
It's a path that offers both personal and professional growth.
I am definitely intrigued. Can't we dive deeper into each of those stages
Sure.
in the next part of our deep dive?
Absolutely. We'll explore those in detail, giving you a clear roadmap of what it takes to climb the ladder
Awesome.
and achieve your career goals in the exciting world of drain technology.
That's fantastic. I can't wait to learn more.
We'll see you in part 2. Welcome back. Last time we tackled some common interview questions, and you gave some killer advice on how to approach them.
It was fun.
I'm feeling more prepared, but I'm also curious
Yeah.
to learn more about where this career can lead.
Yeah, it's smart to think long-term even while you're prepping for, that first interview.
Right.
The career guide lays out a pretty clear progression,
Okay.
showing how drain technicians gain more responsibility and expertise over time.
Let's break it down. What does a typical entry-level drain technician look like?
Yeah, what's interesting is the guide highlights this combination of hands-on skills and like a thirst for knowledge.
Oh, okay.
This isn't just a job where you show up and punch a clock.
You're constantly learning, problem solving, building a foundation for a solid career.
So even with no prior experience, someone can jump in and start learning.
Absolutely. The example in the guide talks about shadowing senior technicians, assisting with installations, and gradually taking on more responsibility,
Right.
all under supervision.
Okay.
It's about, demonstrating a willingness to learn and proving yourself in the field.
They even mentioned some specific certifications they earned early on, showing real commitment.
Exactly. It's not just about doing the bare minimum. It's about going above and beyond to demonstrate dedication and professionalism.
Employers love that.
They do.
So let's say you've paid your dues at the entry level.
Okay.
What does that next step junior drain technician look like?
This is where things start to get really interesting.
Okay.
The example in the guide shows a shift from assisting to leading.
Okay.
This person was independently installing and maintaining equipment,
Right.
collaborating with team members on system designs, even training new recruits.
So it's not just about technical skills.
Right.
It's about leadership qualities and taking ownership.
Exactly. And notice how they emphasize safety consciousness in the example.
Right.
It's not just about getting it done. It's about doing it right and ensuring, everyone's well-being.
That's crucial in any field,
It is.
but especially when you're dealing with hazardous materials and equipment.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I'm picturing this junior technician,
Yeah.
competent, leading the charge.
Yeah.
What's next on the career ladder?
Well, the pinnacle, as the guide puts it, is the senior drain technician.
Okay.
This is where you've truly mastered your craft.
Right.
And you've become a go-to expert.
Okay.
So the example highlights someone overseeing complex systems,
Uh-huh.
optimizing designs, and even developing preventative maintenance strategies.
Wow, so they're not just reacting to problems.
No.
They're anticipating them and implementing solutions.
Exactly. And notice the leadership component here, too.
Yeah.
Mentoring junior technicians, collaborating with engineers,
Right.
essentially shaping the future of the company's drain systems.
Wow.
Big responsibility,
Yeah.
but also incredibly rewarding.
This career path is way more dynamic than I initially imagined.
I know, right?
It's inspiring to see how someone can start with basic skills and really climb the ladder.
It is. It's a testament to the fact that hard work, continuous learning, and a passion for the craft can take you really far.
I love that. But let's not forget, getting your foot in the door is the first step.
Right.
That's where those interview questions come back into play.
Exactly. So we've covered some of the basics,
Right.
but I'm sure there are some more specific questions that interviewers might throw your way.
For sure. Okay. What else do we have in the guide?
Well, there's quite a few, but let's focus on a couple that relate directly to the technical aspects of the job.
Okay.
One common question is, describe your experience with different types of drain cleaning equipment.
So this is where you need to show off your practical knowledge.
Exactly. It's not enough to just list the equipment.
Right.
You need to demonstrate a deep understanding of how each piece works,
Okay.
its limitations, and when it's appropriate to use.
So if I were asked about my experience with, say, a hydrojetter,
Yeah.
I wouldn't just say, I've used one.
Right.
I'd explain how it uses high-pressure water to clear blockages.
Uh-huh.
Maybe even an example of a time when it was the ideal tool.
Perfect. You've shown them that you don't just know the names of the tools.
Yeah.
You know how to use them effectively and safely.
This is another area where RoleCatcher can help.
It is.
Right.
It analyzes the job description and highlights specific equipment mentioned,
Yes.
so you can tailor your answer accordingly.
Okay, so it's all about showing the interviewer you've done your research.
Exactly.
You're prepared to hit the ground running.
Now, another common question focuses on troubleshooting.
Okay.
Describe a time when you had to diagnose and repair a complex drain problem.
All right, so this is where problem-solving skills come in.
It's a great opportunity to showcase your analytical thinking.
Right.
And your ability to, think outside the box.
And the STAR method.
Yes.
Yeah.
The STAR method is really helpful here.
Situation, task, action, result.
Exactly.
All right.
So you start by setting the scene, describe the problem, the challenges involved.
Right.
Then you outline the steps you took to diagnose the issue,
Okay.
highlighting your analytical approach,
Right.
maybe any creative solutions you came up with.
And the one.
And then you wrap it up by emphasizing the positive outcome and what you learned from the experience.
So it's all about telling a compelling story
It is.
that shows your skills and your ability to handle those challenging situations.
The guide also mentioned a question about local plumbing codes and regulations.
Oh, yeah. This seems crucial,
It is.
but also kind of intimidating.
I know it can feel that way, but you need to demonstrate that you understand the legal and safety aspects of the job.
Of course.
Don't be intimidated.
Okay.
Brush up on your local codes before the interview. Focus on the key regulations related to drain systems.
Right.
And be prepared to give examples of how you ensure compliance.
So if I were asked about proper venting for a drainage system,
Yeah.
I'd not only explain the code requirements, but also how I ensure the installation meets those standards.
Exactly. It's about showcasing your knowledge
Okay.
and your commitment to doing things by the book.
Right.
Safety and compliance are non-negotiable in this field.
This is all so helpful.
Mm.
I'm feeling much more confident about tackling those technical questions.
Right.
But I'm curious,
Yeah.
what about those behavioral questions that we touched on earlier?
Right.
Are there any specific examples in the guide that relate to this role?
There are a few that really stand out. One that often comes up is, tell me about a time when you had to deal with a difficult customer.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure everyone's got a story about that.
Everyone does.
Yeah.
But how do you turn that potentially negative experience into a positive interview answer?
Yeah. How do you do that?
The key is to focus on your conflict resolution skills,
Yeah.
your ability to remain calm under pressure,
Right.
and your commitment to customer satisfaction.
So instead of bad-mouthing the customer
Right.
or getting defensive, I should describe the situations objectively.
Exactly.
And then what?
Highlight the steps you took to diffuse the tension. Emphasize how you ultimately resolved the issue to the customer's satisfaction.
Got it. And if I can weave in a lesson learned,
Yes, even better.
even better.
It shows that you're constantly growing and learning from your challenges.
Okay. I'm starting to see a pattern here.
Yeah.
It's not just about what you know.
No.
It's about how you apply that knowledge,
Right.
how you handle challenges, how you interact with others.
It's about showcasing those soft skills alongside your technical expertise.
Yeah.
You're painting a picture of yourself as a well-rounded and valuable asset to their team.
This has been so insightful. I'm feeling much more prepared.
Yeah.
But before we wrap up this part of our deep dive,
Yeah.
I want to circle back to something we talked about earlier,
Yeah.
the use of technology in the field. We talked about robots and drones,
Uh-huh.
but what other innovations are shaping the future of drain technology?
That's a great question. And that's actually a question that you could bring up in the interview
Oh, good idea.
to show that you're, forward-thinking and interested in the industry's evolution.
I like that. But I have to admit, my knowledge of cutting-edge drain technology is limited.
Sure.
What else is out there besides robots and drones?
Well, one area that's really exciting is the development of smart drain systems.
Smart drain system.
Yeah.
What is that?
These systems use sensors and data analytics to monitor water flow,
Okay.
detect leaks,
No.
even predict potential problems before they occur.
So it's like having a doctor for your drain system.
It is.
It can diagnose issues before they become major headaches.
Exactly. And these smart systems are revolutionizing the way we manage and maintain drainage infrastructure.
Wow.
And for drain technicians, it means having access to real-time data and advanced diagnostic tools.
So it makes their jobs easier.
It does. More efficient, more effective.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
What other innovations are on the horizon?
Another area that's gaining traction is the use of 3D printing in drain repair.
Oh, wow.
So imagine being able to create custom-fit replacement parts on site.
That's mind-blowing.
It is.
It's like something out of a sci-fi movie.
I know, right? And it's just a glimpse of what's to come.
Wow.
As technology continues to advance, we can expect to see even more innovative solutions.
I'm starting to see this career path as more than just a job.
Yeah,
It's a gateway to a world of innovation and problem solving.
it is. And for those who are passionate about technology and eager to embrace the future,
Right.
it's a really exciting field to be a part of.
My brain is officially buzzing with possibilities.
I bet.
But I think we need to pause here for now
Okay.
and let all this information sink in.
Sounds good.
No.
We've covered a lot of ground in this part of our deep dive.
We have.
From exploring career stages to diving into those trickier interview questions.
Yes.
And even peeking into the future of drain technology.
It's been an incredible journey so far. I can't wait to see what other insights and strategies you have in store for us in the final part of our deep dive.
Don't worry, we saved the best for last. We'll wrap things up with some final tips and strategies to help you seal the deal and land that dream job.
I'm ready for it.
We'll see you in part 3.
Okay, so we've covered a ton of ground. Those interview questions, career paths, even the future of drain technology.
A lot of information.
What's left? What are those final pieces of the puzzle to, really nail this interview?
Well, we've talked a lot about what to say.
Right.
But now I think we need to focus on how to say it.
Okay.
Your delivery matters just as much as the content of your answers.
So I've practiced my answers using RoleCatcher's AI.
Yeah.
I've got my star stories ready.
Good.
What else should I be thinking about?
Think about, projecting confidence.
Okay.
Good posture, eye contact, a firm handshake. These nonverbal cues speak volumes before you even say a word.
So even if I'm nervous, fake it till I make it.
In a way, yes. But it's more about, channeling nervous energy into positive energy.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, the interviewers want you to succeed.
Right.
They're looking for someone who's a good fit.
That's actually a comforting thought. It's not an interrogation, it's a conversation
Exactly.
to see if we're a good match.
Right. And remember, enthusiasm is contagious.
Okay.
If you're genuinely excited about the opportunity, it'll shine through.
Uh-huh. The guide even mentions asking thoughtful questions at the end of the interview.
Yes. That's a good one.
Oh, right. It's not just them grilling me. I get to ask questions too.
Exactly.
But what if my mind goes blank?
Jot down a few questions beforehand based on your research.
Okay.
Maybe something about a recent project they completed.
All right.
Or how they see the role evolving over the next few years.
Shows you're thinking long term.
Exactly. It also gives you a chance to assess if it's really the right company for you.
It's a two-way street.
It is. Now, let's touch on something the guide emphasizes.
Yes.
Follow-up.
Sending that thank you email, I always put it off.
I know, but it's crucial.
Yeah.
A well-crafted thank you note reiterates your interest, highlights a key takeaway from the conversation,
Okay.
and keeps you top of mind.
And RoleCatcher can help with this too, right?
It can. The platform has templates and even suggests personalized touches based on your interview notes.
That's awesome.
Takes the guesswork out of it.
Okay, so I've aced the interview, sent the perfect thank you note.
Yeah.
What now? The waiting game,
While you wait, don't just sit there.
which I did.
Use that time to reflect on the experience.
Okay.
Identify areas for improvement and continue exploring the field.
You mean like those specializations?
Yes, exactly. Remember those specializations we discussed?
The guide mentioned industrial drain systems, green drain technology. It's amazing how many different paths there are.
I know, right? Maybe this interview sparks a new interest or helps you refine your career goals.
Yeah,
This is just the beginning of your journey in the world of drain technology.
I'm starting to see that. It's not just a job, it's a whole field
Right.
with so many possibilities.
Endless possibilities for growth and innovation.
And remember, even if this particular interview doesn't lead to an offer,
Yeah.
the skills and the knowledge you've gained will be invaluable.
Absolutely. Each interview is a learning experience getting you closer to that perfect opportunity.
That's a great way to look at it. I'm
Mhm.
feeling inspired, informed, and ready to take on whatever comes next.
That's what we like to hear. Remember, you gate this.
Thanks to all this amazing advice. To our listeners, if you have a stack of sources you'd like us to deep dive into,
Send it our way.
send them our way. Until next time, happy learning.